I'm just gonna sit down here. I'm gonna drink this tea that I made for myself, adjust the focus here just a little bit. Lovely. And you and I are gonna have a little bit of a chat. I'm gonna call this Kyle sits and talks semi-coherently about something random for a few minutes. I'll probably call it something a lot better than that in post. During my day job, because my YouTube revenue doesn't even give me enough to afford this tea. In fact, this is just water. During my day job, I have the opportunity to teach people, and most of them are twice my age, but most of them are also very sweet. This is an actual letter that one of my students gave to me at Christmas time. I use it now to make sure that I have optimal glitter on my body. And the first two sentences made me have a moment at work. Here, let me read them to you. It says, "Dear Kyle, you would make a great son for me. Your character, intelligence, humbleness, gentleness are some of your traits of your wonderful personality." I swear to God this is not my mom. So, that's a lot to take in at one time. But I think what it shows to me, or at least what it's had me start to think about, is how the small things that we do for each other can sometimes have these lasting effects that we are not even aware of. Small kindnesses can have profound results. So here's another example of that. I can recall when I was a young man in elementary school, and because I grew up in Canada and not very far away from the mountains, we would organize during the winter time trips to the ski hill. So it was kind of like a phys ed trip that you would sign up for, and then you got to spend the day skiing. I was in grade 4. I'd gone many times in the previous years, but really had never learned to ski properly. I had been given the basic tutorials. I could hurtle down the mountain, but when it came to stopping, this is how I would stop all the time, is I just fall onto the ground. I would just like throw my body, and whatever mayhem that I ended up in was just how I stopped. That's what I did. So I didn't have control. I was a danger to myself and other people on the hill, but no one had really taken the time to show me how to do this properly. And yes, I could have sought that out, but at a certain point when you've gone so many times, you start to feel really self-conscious and like, I can't ask this. I'm gonna look stupid, I'm gonna feel stupid. I can't push myself to do that. Mr. Foot saw me do this crazy face plant and to make myself stop, and he took the time to take me aside and just ask me, like, has anyone actually shown you how to do this properly? And then he proceeded to show me how to do it properly. He took 20 minutes out of his own day, he buddied up with me, we went down the slope together, and by the end of it, I understood it. I wasn't a master at it yet, but I understood it, and I could apply that later on. And I think we can see this in everyday life. It might not be this extreme example of a sport that you're trying to learn, but maybe you're trying to learn a new application, or you've never voted before, so you don't really know the process of how to do that. You don't know how to change furnace filters properly in your house. I sometimes get criticized for being a little bit too self-helpy on this channel, and that's really not my intent. My intent is not to say, you need to do this better. It's more to try to recognize those small moments that have happened in your life that have gone on to have profound effects. And to celebrate those, to recognize those people in your life that said, I'm not gonna let you continue to struggle because I can obviously see something that can be helped, that can be improved, that I actually can affect. And I think it's being able to notice that in yourself where, oh, I am now in this position where I can help this person instead of seeing them languish. It's also reminiscent of this comic that was done by Lunar Baboon. Great name. I'm going to put a link to it down in the description below. And it kind of cycles around the internet, I find, every few months. But it's that idea of how we all kind of wish that we have superpowers, and that we all kind of do. And this is the part where I pitch my 12-part self-help book. It's only $10.99 a month. It's a steal of a deal. I don't know. Anyways, think about it. It's just that I think that these small mercies can produce lasting power. Although I do still wish that I was Spider-Man. Thank you for watching. My name is Kyle. I upload videos every Thursday, and for the next 30 days, I'll be uploading a video every single day. That's right, I'll be participating in Vita this year. I also, every week, sorta, co-host a podcast called Whatever This Is. A link to that and all of my social media is down in the description below. When was the last time somebody empowered you? Let me know down in the comments. A place where you never have to fear failure, and I rarely bite.